lights spell danger here in Leogang as they are getting ready to go. The UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup, and they are off and racing, and a really good start from Evie Richards in the red and blue of Trek Factory Racing. There is your UCI World Champion Puck Pieterse, though. Puff of the cheeks, heads up the climb for the first time.
And it was a shocker for Sammy Maxwell. See, middle of the pack, missed her pedal and just caused a bit of chaos. So here, like 20 feet back.
Rider down already at the back, but aside from that, they're all clear. And Ollie, look how chewed up this grass climb has got from those under-23 races in the rain this morning.
Yeah, and you see as it's got churned up, the riders trying to find, basically if you can find where the green grass is, the fresh grass, there's loads more grip. You see Evie Richards on the inside getting caught up.
Richards off the bike alongside Jen Jackson and running. We saw a lot of this in the under-23 races in the opening couple of laps. Riders just getting bunched together, moved around. Josh Carlson messaging in from the bottom saying Haley Batten dead last at the minute off the start line.
And some real smart riding there. The one of the comp took the feed zone, which has made she go on the outside on fresh track, and you see on that left side.
Look at Lecomte go on the left-hand side, the French national champion. We did say that she will fancy a good crack at this today, Loana Lecomte. These are her conditions. Puck Pieterse, though, let's face it.
1.5 kilos difference between the two, so you're going to have an advantage on the climb, but as soon as we hit the roots in a minute, that's when it's going to get a little tricky.
That's where I think things are going to get really lively when we hit that really steep descent in through the root section. And a hardtail bike, no suspension to generate grip for the rider and allow them to descend faster. And Lecomte is going to have a job in her hands to manage that thing all race long. Full suspension, canyon of Puck Pieterse. Puck is working harder on the Whoop Live, 172 beats per minute, plays 160 for Loana Lecomte.
Yeah, this is the first tech feature. There's kind of 3 route drops in.
There's Lecomte just having to get off the back, off that BMC bike, try and get some grip into the rear wheel.
Sammy Maxwell going for the beeline, Selena Blunt just...
and Maxwell really on clips, and will hold Blunt up as well now. Lil off the bike. Oof. Candice Lil just sliding away down this one. Doesn't fancy that one bit.
I mean, this A-line, really steep, really rocky. Interesting, actually. I mean, Candice Lil, I'd say a bit of a mistake there. We saw a lot of riders going for...
Keller's down right on that knee, on that massive rock. Pulls up, there's Mitterwallner and Richards. Chaos here in the first really choppy, natural descent in Leogang. Mitterwallner having to ride the top tube down the bottom. Absolutely thankless work. Puck Pieterse, though, 185 beats per minute in the red zone already, zone 5, so she's going for it here, Ollie.
Yeah, and this is probably the hardest climb of the lap. It's just right in front of you, super steep. And this is the bit where you need to just dip into that zone 5, crest the top, but you do get recovery after. That's the one benefit, so you're going to see these peaks and troughs on this course.
177 beats per minute. Also in the red zone, Loana Lecomte on her Whoop Live, so stellar effort from Lecomte, but the face looking pretty comfortable. I mean, everything's relative, but she looks in control at the minute, Lecomte. Maxwell behind her. This shot very deceptive. There you go, that's a better angle on those time gaps. And Sammy Maxwell up on the back of Loana Lecomte's bike now. Loana Lecomte puts a couple of more pedal strokes in out of the saddle to stretch the elastic slightly, but Pieterse another 2 seconds, 27 seconds now the gap from the leader back to the chasing pair here.
And what a season Sammy Maxwell's having on Decathlon Ford. Winning the first race, and we remember back in Brazil, it seems like quite a long time ago now, but first time she'd led a race, win, and then it was like, well, this is just a one-off race, but the consistency and maturity she's showing.
Really clever. Look at Maxwell and Lecomte over, as you say, onto the grass, just getting the tyres cleaned out, getting that mud out from between the treads as much as possible.
Green is grip, mate. Green is grip.
Yeah, there are a lot of hardy souls out there currently in the hills around this cross-country racetrack for the UCI Enduro World Cup. They left today amidst the worst of the rain, so wishing everyone all the best.
I think asking for water, and
yeah, maybe that's gears.
And I think once you get the mud starts to stick, and the rear cogs as well, 12 speed on the back, the gaps between the cogs are slow tight.
I think that's Maxwell asking, can she take water in the next tech zone, presumably to clear out.
Riding that one really well. And again, just using that rear wheel as a bit of a rudder, skidding around the corners.
Different materials of brake pad as well today, potentially, in the cold.
You're going to see, I mean, it's got quite a lot of gravel onto this circuit.
Oh, Lecomte just about holds on to it.
That was a good save.
Yeah.
Just coming off the bottom of there, they see the roots are starting to come up through the mud.
34 seconds. Keep an eye on that number. Mona Mitterwallner, the home favourite, with a flat tyre here at the 4th round of the UCI Cross-Country Olympic World Cup.
And a long way to the feed in the pit, so she's going to lose a lot of time.
Yeah, down to 7th already. Mitterwallner, puck off and running up around this grassy turn, and those are those cyclocross skills. Ollie, just knowing when actually getting off and being on foot is as quick as trying to pedal.
And you see then it's all about keeping the momentum.
Not holding up. Sammy Maxwell is now 43 seconds behind Puck Pieterse. Forcini 1 minute 14 behind the lead off the race. Luan Lecomte just 4 seconds behind Forcini, so maybe Lecomte's coming back again here. Yeah, Puck Pieterse currently 55 seconds to the good ahead of Samara Maxwell, and still having problems with that B-line. Puck, oh, just getting caught up here. But as you say, Ollie, on a day like today, this is why you build leads to begin with.
I mean, it's clearly on the climb. She's got the legs today, but just on these little techie sections, just struggling a little bit. In that B-line, it's got switchbacks, but there's no berms at all. There's nothing to help you carry speed and get you around the corners.
And descending in the mud, it's really cliched, but it's about being comfortable, being uncomfortable.
Yeah, 100%. The bike is going to move, it's going to slip around, it's just not overreacting to those movements. And here's Sammy Maxwell dropping in. She's going to go for the A-line, dropping through. Super steep, just locking that field, just trying to keep it almost like a little rudder, just direct the bike.
Oh, Maxwell down. Bike just straightened up her. She'd done all the hard work, but just couldn't get it turned at the bottom of that descent. Doesn't lose too much time, but I mean, it's just going to upset her rhythm and cover the grips in mud. There's all to do there for her with laps like that in her back pocket.
Yeah, Neff up to 5th now, 1:56, and closing on Lecomte.
Yeah, a Lecomte-Neff battle would be superb here on lap 5 out of 6 at the 4th round of the UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup. Look at the strain. Some really, really fast Kiwis out there, but just looks like she's dropped a chain here.
You see it's just come off the front, that mud build up, and it's just meant, just as you put the power down, just slipped off.
So Maxwell got it back on quite quickly, but can't get going again. Now this is going to drop her right back into the clutches of Romana Forcini, and yep, she's back underway again. That chain just finding home, but you see a replay of that. It looked like, was that what we talked about before? Just a build-up of mud just derailing it. Look at the steam, the head of steam Forcini's built up now. She'll see Maxwell in front of her and she'll know she's had a problem.
Yeah, about 10 seconds Maxwell lost in that incident. And
as there is Yolanda Neff doing battle with Luana Lecomte now. Neff looking for that 4th spot from Lecomte, gets it.
And that'll be a tough one for Lecomte to swallow. Just, you know, the morale as Neff, and these guys have had some big battles in the past, a lot of history there.
Look at the speed of Yolanda Neff here, so 18 seconds up the road. This has been a huge, huge ride for Puck Pieterse as she heads on to the final lap of the 4th round of the UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup here in Leogang. Wipes the mud from her computer.
1:11 so far, 1 lap to go. It's going to be about 1:25, 1:26 finishing time.
Yeah,
so a slightly longer race there. I said it before, what Maxwell's doing today, his 2nd place was going to extend her overall.
And you have to assume as well, we know that Sammy Maxwell is about as sharp a cookie as there is.
This is where we see Puck, this section across.
181 beats per minute, 19.2 on the strain out of 21 on the Whoop Live. Puck Pieterse on fumes now, but seemingly not slowing down. Good odds from one of mountain biking's most generous bookmakers. Puck Pieterse is heading towards the finish line now, though. It is all done. The fish is in the boat. What a ride from this woman for Alpecin de Koenig. It has been metronomic. Puck Pieterse gets ready to do the double for the first time in her mountain bike career. The UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup in Leogang goes to that woman, Puck Pieterse. Total domination in Austria from the Dutch rider. She rode away from them on lap 1, and she stayed away. Second place today, though, going to the overall points leader, Sammy Maxwell. This has been a big day for her, and well, she knows it. Look at this. Samara Maxwell knows that will do nicely. A hatful of points. Welcome to the UCI World Cup podium. Ramona Forcini cannot believe it. Pix's performance, third place for her. What a result for the Swiss rider.
Perfection from Pieterse, the first time you've managed to win both races in a weekend. The short track, now the cross-country Olympic, an absolute dream weekend for you here in Leogang Park.
Yeah, it's been a goal of mine to have the perfect weekend, and yeah, till now it did not work out, but yeah, I'm super happy that it happened today on this track.
Pieterse loves Leogang, does the double for the first time in her UCI cross-country World Cup career. Short track win on Friday evening